Hi folks, I'm Steve Heiting, and today I'd like to introduce you to my custom colors in Mepps Double Blade Musky Flashabou. This is Wild Thing. This is one of those colors you just got to have in your tackle box. What we have here is a chartreuse blade and a white blade, and when they're spinning, it's not a chartreuse blade and white blade. It becomes a muted yellow coming through the water. So it's a color not everybody's using. Most anglers are going to use the chartreuse blades, double chartreuse blades. And this white one just kind of mutes the yellow down a lot, and it just gives it a whole different look that the muskies just don't see. In the back, we've got a fire tiger tail, so there's lots of contrast. And as this thing comes through the water, there's a lot of movement, a lot of color, and it can be so hot. I've had weeks on fishing trips when this is the color that you had to have. I've had seasons when this is the color that you had to have. This was a color that we just made up in the boat one day. I always carry a bucktail kit in my boat, and I just wanted something different. Came up with the different colored blades and put on a high contrast, high visibility tail and started catching fish. Now this color we call Beast, and of course it's got the double black metallic blades, which I really like. This is my #1 color in blades, regardless of where I'm fishing, be it in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Canada, doesn't matter. These blades work. And then of course we've got the crappie tail on the back, which adds a lot of color. A lot of anglers might fish this with just a straight black tail, which is just fine, but the crappie color on the tail adds a lot more color. And if you're dealing with a dark water situation, maybe some bloom in the water, this adds a lot more contrast, a lot more color, so it gets noticed a whole lot more. CISCO is nothing more than silver, blue, silver, and the blue kind of looks a little gaudy when it's out of the water, but when it gets in the water and starts moving, it kind of turns kind of gray coming through the water, kind of like a CISCO swimming through the water. And of course you get the flash from the blades. This color is good everywhere. Dark water, stained water, clear water, it doesn't matter. This color will catch muskies. And overall, this is probably my #2 bucktail color. Some years, the Wild Thing will take over, but overall, I would say from the time I first started throwing this particular color bucktail, this has probably been #2 for me after double black. Copper killer is intended to look like a walleye or a sucker coming through the water. I really like the copper blades because it's a color that not every fish is going to see, because not a lot of anglers throw them. But in really dark water, these are extremely effective. Pumpkin brim, up here we call it pumpkin seed, but I guess some places they call it a pumpkin brim. It really has cool colors. Orange and black is always a great color, for musky fishing. But here we've got a painted blade versus a metallic blade, so you get a little bit of a different sound and vibration as it's coming through the water. This blade is going to feel a little bit different than this. And when I've got multi-blade bucktails such as this, I often like to go with a metallic blade and a painted blade, just for that different feel for the fish in the water. And of course we've got copper here, which I just like copper, especially in dark water. Blaze orange, low light, dark water, this bait is hot.